Is this unit whalable? Is this the absolute best way to be dumping your orbs? We're gonna look at all of that. We're gonna start off with a highlight reel of what my summoning session went through, and we're gonna go through each mode. I have worked very hard to optimize this kit, and summoners, this is not an easy unit to use, but let's just jump right into it. Summoners, what do you do with this unit? There's a lot of potential, and I want to test a whole bunch of things. I cannot wait, but first we need to summon. Yes, I've got a video in the works about that, but that's neither here nor there. Sylvia? No. Who are you? Oh, Elise with the wings. Of course. Yeah. Hello, Elise. Wow. That is neat and cool, and are you kidding me? Of all the... Why you? Man, this session. Oh, okay. So, I mean, you guys know who I'm picking. I just don't slip. All right. There's been a lot of good questions. I appreciate them. I would have liked another Askr, but we're gonna go a little further, and we're gonna get our Askr. A little further. We can't go too far because I really do have plans. Okay, shh, Lucy, shh. I'm sorry. If I get 2 arcane stabs, I will let you have the other one. But Nana did more work than you. No! You felt it coming, didn't you? You just felt it. Okay. Wow. That hurt my soul. Why am I not recognizing the silhouettes at all today? Faye. Oh, we gotta stop at 1500. So it's these 2 and that's it. We're already, we're too far in already. Yes! Oh man, that hurt. Plus defense, perfect. Oh, that was tough. That was real tough, summoners. All right, God. All right, summoners, we need to start with the topic on everyone's mind, and that is Brave Seliph and this crazy AoE build that is just running around everywhere.
My pleasure.
But let's look at this for a second and talk about some of Askr's strengths and weaknesses, and we'll get into more of these as we go on. But the biggest thing is that attack right there is low, and there's no innate true damage there to build off of. Keep in mind, I have given this unit every possible means of accelerating that with summoner support and flowers, and we got him to +1. But yeah, let's just look at how initially what this looks like. Is everyone super excited right now? Because I always am when looking at these new units. And 0. But there's still some damage going on there. That's interesting. But still, that's good. We survived that just fine. Check. All right. Let's start to look at some of these other things. Since we're here at Melee, I want to look at Edelgard. This is another unit that you're going to be seeing a lot of. I want you to notice that a lot of the elite damage dealers are red right now, and the fact that if you have a blue unit, its stock is just going up, period. It's something to pay attention to. Second bonfire hits 4. Ooh. Ouchie. That stung. All right, so we're seeing a little bit of the limitations here, and that melee combat did not go as well as we wanted. For sure. So, I will say that if we go back, if we're using tempo there instead of Special Spiral 4, then Askr does survive, simply because the bonfire doesn't happen, which is a big deal. But understand that still, we're kind of getting an idea of where this unit sits. And for the most part, I have not been very impressed with how this unit does with melee damage dealers in general. And what I'm really talking about is the ability to face tank. When people are talking about face tanking, they're just talking about sending a unit that can't actually counter and just letting it absorb the hit. And I have not seen that go very well. Now, where this is Ruptured Sky with Special Spiral hitting you, this is a very buffed out Crom. And I'm seeing a lot of this. Now, as long as Askr can proc a special, we're doing okay. That is where almost all of the damage for his stuff comes from. Especially for the squishy units, obviously it doesn't matter. For anyone else though, we are very, very reliant on specials, and that's why I believe Special Spiral is so important. The additional +5 damage is definitely helpful, as is the damage reduction, or the damage piercing rather, but I think Special Spiral 4 is by far his best B skill. I think it is so important to make sure that that special is always going. Let's look at one more thing here, and I want to look at Veronica, just head up how this does. You notice I've got Thor here. I was originally looking at her for special acceleration because I was looking at different configurations, particularly things with with other kinds of specials, like Ignis. And I do like Ignis a lot, but the fact that I can't guarantee that it... Oh, I did that wrong. See, I get to talking, and I forget what I'm doing. Let's always remember the rules with this unit. Works for me. All right. Veronica comes down. Okay, we've got 24 times 2. The problem is she's got that that desperation effect. That's one hit. But Bonfire comes back. You're seeing what I'm meaning there though. Like, that special is critical. Also, Askr lived, but not by much. All right, so we've covered everyone here. I wanted to do a couple more, and the big thing here is I wanted to look at lethality, because I believe lethality as a special is gaining more value, which sounds funny, but a lot of folks tie lethality's value to Yuri. And there are other users who can get it done very easily, especially now that Askr is in the picture. One shot. This isn't the strongest unit, summoners. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have a very cracked out Tana. Like that, there's no question about that. This is a beefy unit, especially with the triangle advantage. But still, one shot. That was not what I expected, and that's what I'm seeing with most lethality. Lethality has always been a special that requires a defensive special that it can't pierce through in order to get things done. Now, this is more the traditional Seliph build. This is a +1 blade session. You've got attack speed clash, all of that good stuff. Make sure. Again, we've got Bonfire coming at us. Here it comes. You can already see where this is going. That is not a particularly decked out Seliph. And I mean, given from what I had that unit set up as, the lull really hurts. But still, That is interesting, and not quite the way I expected that to go. But again, and Levin said it in our review of this banner. Regular Askr needed to have Askr One or Pavis in order to survive. This unit has no access to that, and that's a big hit on this unit. But specials in general are very hard for this unit. If there's anything that stops this unit from getting a special, it's kind of a ting. Like the attack is just not that high compared to current units. So this is the thing I wanted to look at next, and this is Chaos Season. And the real point, and I'll spoil it for you, debuffs are this unit's worst nightmare. It is really tough for this unit to get through. And the question is, do you want to have a Unity skill on there to help counter that? Or do you want to have the healing and true damage from the finish skill? Because again, this unit struggles with getting kills off. Adding that extra damage from this is huge. That's a big, big deal. You're getting 10 extra damage between this and Special Spiral. That is not a small thing. And especially attack of 59, and that's with summoner support. I can't say, like in today's meta, that is not high at all. So, do you want to prioritize survivability, or do you want to prioritize killing power and sustainability? For the most part, I think this finish skill is the answer. But understand there are going to be cases where the Unity skill is better. So be watching that as you go along. We're going to see some fireworks here. So that same Veronica that's mad at us, and I know I didn't set the unit upright so he can't counter, but I'm just going to spoil it. It doesn't matter. Ugh, down to 20, and one more hit because the desperation means curse splat. Oh, poor Askr. Just hide behind Embla next time. Maybe she'll do better than you did. All right, the next area that a lot of folks are struggling in is Light Season, with all of these new things running around, and by new things, I mean Embla, which is opening up a whole bunch of new strategies, and a lot of folks are looking for ways to counter them. So we've got some things here. This is just your standard Light Season Catria Ball, and I wanted to see how this did, and in particular, I wanted Fjorm here because the negating penalties. That is huge for this unit and can help in a number of different ways because you can also isolate out good old Triandra. So this is pretty easy to do because we have Ash. We're going to swing this unit this way, bump you out of the way. You're going to sit here, and you're going to sit here. All right, so we've got a lot of buffs. Well, we got some buffs. And then we've got Infantry School being negated by Fjorm. We will have a little bit of panic from Yoon, but overall, this looks like a pretty decent setup because I'm also shielded from melee units. Let's see how it does. We're gonna come in with, who's first? I don't even know. Yoon. Whenever Yoon goes first, I always worry. Does Moonbow get it? It does, and so we're okay. Now, should that have been Bonfire? Yes, I got the wrong skill on there. It wouldn't have changed anything though. That unit still would have taken out Yoon and would have died to Crom. That's just the way that goes. This is not a very good tank in Aether Raids, and nukes are so powerful right now, and any of your premier nukes are going to give this unit a struggle. The idea that this is a raid boss that you can just go in here and just absolutely demolish things with is just, it doesn't really work for this. So, yeah. Could there be some better ways to set this up? 100% for sure, and I have tried a million of them. But keep in mind, between Ellawood and Fjorm, we have null panic and null penalties. So what do you do with that, summoners? I don't think this is a place where this unit shines. I just don't. You guys can continue to try to work with this, and if you come up with better things, please tell me. I'm always looking for new ways to learn and grow. All right, let's go up against something a little more modern here and talk about Embla and how she's being used. In this particular case, the problem I keep having with this unit is the feud portion, not the portion where it stops saves. It renders a lot of things useless where they once were very, very good. It's annoying, is what I'm saying. That basically means I have to tank from this side over here because the way Veronica works and the way this rally is going to work, we have a whole lot of covered ground here. So let's just jump right into it. I think I mentioned I switched out Bonfire because that's what I should have had all along. Remember, null panic, null penalties. So what do we have first here? Of course we have Dogger. Then Veronica. All right, this is interesting. Remember, I had Water Sweep on this unit, which is unfortunate. If this unit didn't have Water Sweep, that would have been a pretty nice kill for Askr, so we would have been doing good there. That sets us up, but unfortunately, yeah, we have this thing. This is the problem you're going to run into, and a lot of the way these defenses work, it's going to be incredibly difficult to get some of this stuff done. Let's think about something else, though, and that is thinking about this unit as more of a frontliner, and a lot of folks are taking strategies where they get rid of one of the saves. You can even see it here where this is a near save and we've just gotten rid of far save. So let's say instead of you, we put up an Askr there, and suddenly we have extra cooldown to a ton of other units. And you can utilize that to get either AoEs or high cooldown specials like lethality into the works that you can start using. And I think from that standpoint, this is a good enough unit to be looking on ARD. I highly approve of it there. I just, on Askr's bonus season, you're probably going to have a heyday, and it's going to be a ton of fun on offense. I just don't think long-term you're going to really enjoy that very much. I've seen a ton of people do things like a near save behind them, but again, you have to have some way to negate those penalties because everything in Aether Raids right now just dumps penalties on you. It's kind of crazy. All right, we need to talk about where I think this unit truly shines, and that's in Summoner Duels. Special spamming is the entire meta, and this unit gets you there along with having some good stopping power. It's just a very nice way to play. Now, I guess before I start, I should say this is a player named Lindus Forever that did this. I hadn't worked this out yet. I've been trying to do other stuff. He's a very good Summoner Duels player, though, despite what he says, and is always coming up with fun little things. And you can see the dual skill there, bumping everyone into range. The tool cooldown he's offering is just phenomenal. These are pretty beefy units. I don't know if you guys have run up against a kill before, but they are fun. Anyway, I think this is mostly what you're going to see. And the hard part with units like this is there is less about these units that just pop out at you and more that in the background they are allowing some of your more powerful units to perform better. This is a better support unit than it is a nuke, is the very long way of me saying that. I also don't think this is just a fantastic frontliner. Again, the gold standard for being a frontliner in Summoner Duels is you have to survive Brave Seliph, and this unit doesn't. There are certainly variants, and I mean, maybe if you do have that defense unity skill and if the unit is just debuffed as all get out, there is a possibility the unit survives, but for the most part, I just don't think that's going to happen. But you can see this unit is helping other units do well, and that's a really good thing. As I make that sound more trivial somehow. But you guys are seeing how this goes. And I really do believe if Special Spiral would have been on this unit, we probably would have seen more killing, but not everyone can afford that. That's another piece to this unit, though, Summoners. This unit really needs just a ton. That's big. That is a big deal that Shez couldn't get that kill. You gotta love that. So, and we're gonna pause right there and look at that. Just Secondary Initiator was very good. Support unit was excellent. When you're looking at this unit, you're really... A good comparable is how Duo Thor is. This is a similar unit to that in its use case in Summoner Duels, although things can be a little different because this unit does well tanking things, most things. But Summoners, there's one last piece we need to look at. Of course we have to look at Arena. Anytime you're looking at a merge project, it is key that they perform well in Arena. It's an unfortunate fact of life, right? Now, I don't have Ruptured Sky to give this unit. I wish I did, but we do have Moonbow, and that will have to work for us today. We have all the same build otherwise, though, and that is basically I'm looking more to 2 cooldown special as opposed to worrying about something like... I want that extra attack buff. There we go. As opposed to worrying about something like Aether. Wow, that was a debuff. That is just Thor all the time. Every day. Can you just take that unit out? You can. Doesn't have no follow-up, but it is part of their duo skill. So, don't know, Summoners. That's tough. Oh, that's an interesting build. All right, sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. I say this unit doesn't have killing power, and then they just go out and smack Sothis. But then again, is that really killing power? Oh, poor Sothis. I wish I could get you closer to that attack debuff, but the real thing I want to see is, why do you have Fishy Bow? Okay. That's not what I wanted to see. I want to see the regular one. That's okay, though. 35 times 2. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Melee tanking, not good. I'm running into this a lot. And this isn't even a unit that's supposed to hit hard. All right. But it still shows you, I mean, this is playing with him in this mode. Trust me. I have been doing it a lot the last 12 hours. Okay, we have regular bows now. Doesn't you say? Okay, excellent. Let's see where they set us up. I would have liked that differently, but that does work. And the question is, can I get you up to there? And I don't think so this round. That's okay, though. We'll let folks jibber-jabber around there just a little bit. I kind of want these units out of the way so that I can see other folks do their thing. I kind of cheated here and put in reposition. Oh, wow. Oh, that's nice. I still don't want to have that 71 attack. That is a lot. It's okay. Robin, down you go. Man. Robin has fallen on hard times. I want you to recognize, though, if that special wasn't ready, like, that kill would not have nearly gone through. The one other thing I do want to say is if you're playing with this unit in Arena, most likely... Oh, nice. Okay, that's great and all, but I think I'm just going to bap you and get you out of the way because we want to see the Crom matchup in Arena. I'm not sure if they have a Crom as good as mine. Oh, they kind of... Oh, Special Spiral 3. They kind of do, though. That way we keep our buffs on there. And let's see how this goes. 0 times 2. I know this is on a defense tile. This is kind of the same thing I'm seeing in Arena. Any of the newer legendary mages or the ones who just got to refine, Askr crumbles to. That includes units that kind of surprised me, like...
I care not.
No, you don't. Sorry, I'm watching this. This is... Yeah. A lot of these units like that, he does very, very well. So, mages, even legendary Julia just crumbles to. And it's, this unit struggles a lot with any unit that can get debuffs on it or any unit that can keep him from proccing his special. Needs that special so badly. I know I've said it 100 different ways, but summoners, merge projects are about as fun to rank as supports are, because both of them are so personal to you. And they have different, for supports, for instance, depending on the weaknesses and strengths of your team is depending on how your support units are going to rank. This is similar to that but there's an element in there that is your favorites. And if Askr is your favorite, I think this tier 1 ranking is more than enough to wail to your heart's content. I think this unit has a gimmick that will be good for a long time. 2 cooldown is really nice. For most of us, I think a +1 is going to be more than enough. This unit is not meta shaping quite like Duo Thor and Duo Crom were. They came out and molded the meta around them. This is going to mold the meta around him about like Duo Dogger did last year. And that's a prediction. There are a group of very creative players out there in the Feh community. Many groups, really. But they always have new ways to use units, and there are definitely things that I didn't think of, right? But this is probably where this unit lands. And keep in mind, I'm very high on Duo Dagger. This is a very good unit, no doubt. For the majority of you, if this isn't your favorite unit, this is probably a +1 and you stop. So keep that in mind as you're going through this. Summoners, I hope this was helpful in your decision on whether to whale or not. This unit is a lot of fun, but ultimately, that is why you play the game, right? You're playing to have fun. Keep that in mind and don't always be so worried about where these rankings are. All of these duo units are very good. All of them. I'm Duo Ike and Duo Legyarn are both very good units. Don't listen to anyone else who says different. Now, would it be better for you to have some of these other units like Duo Askr? That's up to you. Summoners, take care. Have a good one. Schedule an appointment with your FEHology real soon.